from Sid's Trains here, and today we're going to be opening up this box I got the other day. Inside this box is a train from a fellow YouTuber and friend, Ravenhawk 6910, or Sterling, as some of you may know him. He sent me this engine to get mechanically running and an upgrade, likely TMCC. You guys might know what this is, but if you don't, let's open it up and check it out. So I'm going to set the box down here since it's kind of a big box and it's hard to see. I'll just quickly get this open. There we go. Some cardboard, so to start out, there's no, that's just stuffing, I believe. But let me get the box out of here. Here we go. So this is a big MTH box, and I'll just set all this aside. So this is a big MTH box, and I'll set this aside so I can get it open. So some of you may know what this is. Sterling bought some stuff from the MTH auctions through Cabin Fever. They were auctioning off all of their stock that was in their warehouse, production samples, leftover trains, prototypes, and this is one of the production samples that Sterling bought. This is a C&O T1 that is unpainted. All the detailing is off of it and had no drive gear on the inside, no motor mount, no worm gear, drive shaft, none of that. So I'm going to be working on installing all of that, but to start, let's just get this open. Actually, I have this upside down, so let me set this the other way. There we go. That'll be better. He had mentioned to me that the box was only half the box. Okay, good. So let's get this open. This aside. Threw some extra packing in here, but let's see. So let's take out the tender first. Wow, this is cool. It's just the bare tender. I've actually never had a bare unpainted model, so this is really cool. It's hard to see. Here you go. This is the bare T1 tender, and I'll take the engine and tender into the train room in a couple of minutes so you can get a better look. But here's the tender. Let me set this aside. Just wow. Obviously, it's still just bare metal. There's no clear coat or anything on it, but I'm stunned. It looks very, very good. Looks really cool without all the detailing on it. You kind of see what one looks like before it's completely produced. It's very cool to see that. There we go. Here's the engine. It's also kind of funny how light these are because they don't have any details. But wow. Let me get all this foam out of the way. Look at this. Here's the engine, and wow, this is a really cool looking engine. I've never actually seen a Texas type in person, or a T1, a C&O T1. So this is really cool. It's such a big engine, being a 210-4, and just looks. It's really beefy. Even without all the detailing on it. I'm just getting a good look at it, and it looks really cool. I can definitely tell that it had been, both of these had been sitting in the warehouse, and since they weren't clear coated, they have some slight oxidation on them and some fingerprints, but it looks really cool, and I'm glad that Sterling sent me these, and we can now go into the train room to just get a better look at them. And it's kind of funny, you can just roll it along since there's no motor or worm gear. I'm just taking it in. It's so cool. This is just so cool. Let me take the stuff into the train room, and then we can get a good look at all of it. So I'm here in the train room, and you can get a better look at the T1 itself. So just starting out, it's such a big engine. When you think of just a regular steam engine, they're usually not super big or beefy. Usually the biggest engine you think of is a Northern, like the 611J or a Reading T1 or the FEF Northerns. But this is a Texas, similar to the, or almost just like the Pennsylvania Railroad's J1A. There's a whole story behind how they are the same due to, I believe, World War II. And funny enough, Sterling has another production sample, J1A. This is the T1, and then he also has a J1A, and it's just cool that he has both. But he decided to send me this one first, and just back to the idea, it's just such a big engine and looks so beefy. But the reason why it's here with me is because it needs three main things done. First of all, it needs all of the detailing put onto it. The headlight's not on. There's no marker lights. Tons of little details all over are missing. And those are all in this little bag here that have all the parts in it. The next thing is it needs a drive line. It has no motor mount, no worm gear, no drive shaft, none of that. So if you see, I can just push this engine. It's a free roller. It just rolls by itself. So it needs a driveline. I've actually ordered parts for this engine already from MTH. Luckily, they have the parts needed to turn this into a working engine, so I'm going to be able to get this thing running. The next thing, or final thing it really needs, is the electronics. Proto Sound at the moment, or a PS3 upgrade kit at the moment, is hard to come by. With the new Atlas deal and Proto Sounds living on, as we already kind of knew, in the future I expect them to be available, but at the moment they are not. So Sterling and I have decided that we're probably going to put TMCC into this engine, and it's going to be very nice. It's going to have puffing smoke, LED lighting, a good sound system, and very smooth operation, and that's all it really needs. It just needs to be a nice running engine. And in addition to to adding the details, I forgot to mention, this thing needs a clear coat on it. If you've ever seen a Lionel pilot model, they look very similar to this. There's no paint, and it's just the detailing that you see. But they also have a clear coat on it that prevents the bare zinc and brass from oxidizing. And this thing needs that so that no more oxidation happens. As you can see, it looks kind of dull, and some of the brass parts are a little bit, I say, oxidized. They look more brown than they do gold, so they've oxidized a little, but I think with a little bit of cleaning and then a clear coat, it will look very good and presentable, and that's what needs to be done to it. So either me or someone else will be clear coating this engine so that there won't be any more oxidation. Other than that, there's not much else to it. It kind of sounds like a big thing to do, but honestly, the hardest part is going to be the detail parts. Figuring out where everything goes, getting it on there, and just making it a nice engine with all the detail parts on it. It's kind of like building an engine from scratch, so to speak. Obviously, it's assembled, but things are just not on. So that'll just make it a little bit tricky in a way. But I'm really looking forward to it. I'm stunned by the way this engine looks, and I can only imagine what the J1 production sample he has looks like. Overall, just very stunning. I'm looking forward to it, and Sterling and I are great friends, so I think this will be a very cool kind of collaboration effort. And once I'm done with it and done with it on the channel, he'll have it. He can run it in videos, show it off, and really enjoy it. And I hope when I'm done with it, he is happy with it. I'm pretty sure he will be, but we'll just see. there's not much else for me to say. I'm just standing here looking at it because everything, like before, like with my other unboxings, is live. I'm just taking it in, taking a good look at it, and just enjoying it. I'm a C&O fan, being from Maryland, Chesapeake and Ohio, ran around here, and it's just cool to see this engine. Such a big engine. They usually pull coal or freight or mixed freights, and it's such a cool engine, and it could honestly fit in with my collection. Obviously, it's not mine, but it actually makes me want a C&O T1. So maybe in the future I can pick a Lionel or MTH one up. But for now, that's all I got for this video. As always, like, subscribe, and click the bell for notifications. Comment below, and tell others about the channel. I'm Sid, and I'll see you next time, guys.